Hello, it's Tristan here from Zebra Invest, and I'm just outside a property that we finished and we're exchanging on the sale today. And I've come here just to get the meter reads, but I'm outside, if anyone remembers it, 41 Ash Tree Road. And this place has been completely transformed from an absolute disaster of a house, repossession, into a gorgeous family home, and that we've just got about people to move into. So what I wanted to do was just walk you around, show you a few of the little blingy bits that we've done on the property, show you the standard it's all been finished to, because I think it's probably one of the, not to cuss any of the other properties, probably the best flip I've done so far by standard and how it finishes and how it looks inside. So I thought I'll walk you around, show you what we're up to. I'll also give you the figures, and touch wood, it's complete, it's exchanged. And then hopefully we're going to be completing on Monday. They'll get the keys. We've already got an extra bit of credit. We've put a little bit of extra money on the meter. So when they come to move in, they will be fine with that and they can get going from there. Anyway, show you around. So let's take you in and show you around. So up to the little ash tree. It's a nice little copper finish in there. Pretty cool. We've got new front doors. And it's been pretty wet outside, but we put new guttering and damp tank the whole thing, and it's doing really well. Got some really nice laminate flooring. You can actually pick this up in Carpetright for about £40 a square metre. Managed to find it online for about 15. You've got really nice sized bedrooms. And then we've upgraded and replaced the consumer unit, put all new socket switches, made sure all the rooms have got enough sockets in them so you can actually charge something, use it yourself, replaced all of the radiators as well. So they're looking pretty sharp. Then into the bathroom. And who doesn't like having another lovely double-ended bath just to look forward to at the end of the day? And then we've then got a touch mirror, so it demists when you use it. And it's just adding that little bit of luxury. So when a buyer comes around the place, they're just looking at it and they're thinking, I want to move straight in. And you see here the tiles, they shoot straight up the wall. And the whole idea is it all just blends in and looks fantastic. And there you go, so that makes it a bit of like a four-piece bathroom. Then on to the piece de resistance. Main event, here you go. So we got this kitchen through the private landlord buying group, and it's pretty fantastic, and it really does sell the space. As you can see, we've got the flooring. I always like having the flooring run continuously straight through, and the idea is as soon as you see it, your eye just naturally just runs and follows it all the way through. We've got these really nice vertical radiators in here, all there, and then it just opens out into the garden. But I'll take you down the garden in a second. When we come back round and up the top, you then come upstairs. We put in this really cool feature section. We didn't have any spindle, we didn't have a balustrade or a rail before. So this kind of really splits it off, gives it nice modern effects. Then as you come upstairs, we put quite nice carpet. So we put them in. What I always use is a really short pile carpet that's really dense, so it's really nice underfoot, but by fitting in a decent underlay it feels really good as well. So it's nice and durable and also looks great. So you can see decent sized room, nice light and bright. We put in some extra downlights. You'll see just down here, put in more downlights. This is actually separate. This is the master bedroom with its own ensuite. And you wouldn't believe at one point the whole floor was out of here. And then you can see just in here, living area, ensuite. And we put in new floor, kept the original bath, found tiles that roughly matched in, and really tried to make it something that had a bit of wow. But you can see, if you look at the original videos that we did for the place, it's absolutely massive transformation in this property, and it's really gorgeous. It's even just like looking, we fitted copper sockets and plates in the ground floor. And that's just so it gives a real wow factor as you come into the place. And it all matches in, especially when you look at the appliances and everything else in the kitchen. And with the kitchen, I didn't mention it, but we've actually put all built-in appliances. So you've got a built-in washing machine, tumble dryer, and you've got your own dishwasher. And the idea is someone could move in here pretty much just, get your sofa, get your bed, everything else, and you're all ready to go. It's got nice LED light up, should have it. In as well. You've got a big island in the middle, so hopefully someone's really going to enjoy this. Then if we come down here, let's head on outside, and you've got this absolutely colossal decking area. And we had this all jet washed just to bring it all back up to life, and it looks really good. We put the decking in, and originally we had like some summer houses here, and it was an absolute mess, but hopefully this will make it a nice little area to be able to relax in. possibly have a barbecue or something like that. The garden was in an absolute state. They put so much rubbish in here, it was unbelievable. So the whole of the garden's been lifted up, re-turfed and fitted out. And then if we head on down to the bottom here, come on down, it keeps on going. This is a property that just keeps on giving, really. We've got a concreted area here, so if you, again, there's a barbecue area, you want something a little bit away from everyone else at the top of the house, or have something secluded just down at the back, you can. And then we've got this little studio area, and I think you'd agree that it's absolutely beautiful. It's got a nice little kitchenette, so it's got a little, you've got an induction hob on there, you've got a sink if you want to wash up and everything else. It just makes it a nice little usable area if you want to be down here working. And yeah, that's it. Then we've still got loads more storage down the side. We put all of this new bark down the side of it, which looks a million times better than it ever used to. And then we've had the ends of them all just finished off, because before, whoever'd finished it, water could have still got into the property. But it's a pretty beautiful place. Really glad we transformed this one. And I'm sure you now want to know the numbers. So I'm just going to close the door here and I'll run through them. So, Tristan, what are the numbers? Well, I remember saying at the very beginning, we purchased a place for £201,300. The idea and the budget that we had set originally was £60,000, which you think, that's a really decent, healthy budget. But the garden alone, is the previous owner of it was a builder, and he just filled it and filled it and filled it with rubbish. And so we've had endless skips, endless rubbish and waste taken away from this place. We've had spare electrics, we've had water going places you don't even know where it's going. We've ended up fitting up new sets of fence panels, gates. We've replaced fences where they've been completely broken and not even existed. And so inevitably the budget has just kind of run much further than we wanted to. We ended up going up to £90,000 in the project, which when we were expecting to be able to hit 60 for doing the whole thing, that's quite an overspend. But we managed to buy it at £201,300, which I think is a pretty good deal for the property. We then spent 90 on doing it up. I'd say there's probably about £10,000 worth of legal fees, including buying the place. And then so that brings us up to I'd say it's probably just over £301,000. Then we've got the estate agent. And with the estate agent, I've used them a few times before. So with the estate agent, we used Russell & Hill. And then I did a great video on how to choose the estate agents and who to work with when you're coming to do that. But we used Russell & Hill. They charged us 1% plus VAT. And we managed to sell the place for £400,000. So that means before profit, we should have before tax, we should have a profit of circa £90,000. Then we're going to have to pay probably about 20% corporation tax on that. But the one thing was, where we've ended up taking off the roof and it had some asbestos in it before, we took the whole roof off and we put a new one on. Actually, you can get 150% capital allowance on it. That means that where the roof cost us £16,000 to do, we can claim £24,000 worth of tax deductions. So that should mean that we'll be able to recoup a little bit more and make it just a little bit more profit for ourselves. But anyway, it's a fantastic deal, I think. Let me know what you think. Hope you like this video. And if you've got any questions, any comments about it, drop them in below. Cheers.